What's up, people? Guess what? Yes, it is another episode of the Giants Guys. I'm your host, Craig Santucci, and we're doing like a total one-on-one thing today, like in the tank with Spartan Mike. What's happening, Mike? And before you say anything, where have you been? Spartan Mike has been like on a road trip, like working, seeing sports. Every time I try to connect with Spartan Mike, he's like, I'm on the road. So where? How was your trip?
My trip was awesome, everybody. Last week, I was in Dallas, Texas, home of the hated Cowboys. And if it wasn't for the Cowboys, I'd say the city's a pretty cool spot. Ever expanding, we were in a whole section that was just built in 2019. Very nice. All for work. I got some great barbecue down there. And of course, I repped a big, fat, blue New York Giants jacket in the airport, both when I arrived and when I left. And when I gave like the Uber driver the details of where I am, I'm like, you'll see him. I'm wearing a beautiful, luscious New York Giants jacket. But to tell you the truth, nobody said anything. That was what I was most amazed about. And in fact, one of the Uber drivers was a Giants fan. So, I think growing up in Philadelphia, Craig, I know you live in that area right now.
Yep.
We always expect the Eagles fans no matter where we go, right? But the reality is just not the case.
Well, I would say to you that we can hate the Cowboys. Cowboys can hate us. Dallas in general just doesn't have the rough around the edges, so to speak, type of fans. I mean, like they
arrogant, egotistical annoyance to them, rather than like you're saying that rough around the edges kind of feel. I think it's a little bit more like the character of each city, right?
Correct. And I don't like Cowboys or Cowboy fans, but there's a difference. Like when you're in a New York market or a Philadelphia market, those people grind on you for being a fan of another team, and they're obnoxious and they're over the top. So I can see, plus the size of Texas itself, right? You probably got, you got fans from all over the country. You probably have people that have been, they're transports, you know what I mean? They've been like
a lot of transplants in that area, and that's why there were some Giants fans down there. A lot of people moving down there from New York and really moving into the country.
They're sick of paying the taxes here, so they're
I mean, also like you can get a home down there for the price of a VCR, right?
VCR, funny. Well, thanks for everybody for tuning in. I see a bunch of you guys. Let me open up the comments. I see what's up, Miz. I see you popping in the room. You guys are coming in. What's happening? We got announcements to make, okay? Like Spartan. So do you know what today is by any chance?
Today is March 30th, 2022.
And if I had to say, I would, you're experienced enough to know what's coming up, and that's the NFL draft.
Yes, sir. We are less than 4 weeks away.
Exactly. So here's the thing. For all you people, what's up, Chris? Thanks for jumping in the room.
What's happening, brother?
So for you folks that are maybe new to the show, for some of you, you guys that have been around forever, like Rich, I call him RB. He's like the OG with me. We've been hanging together through Twitter for 5 years. So we do a live, we do a live draft show. I've had different personalities over the year. I've still think I have the best team content creators in the country. And we were just talking about the fact that, resources are everything. I can't be Pat McAfee without resources because I have a full-time job. But if I did have resources and I could do this full-time, we could be doing some cool things. But what we do cool is we do broadcast live on Thursday for round 1. We do broadcast live on Friday for rounds 2 and 3. So we're going to be live and we're going to bring you people with us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read off some people who made the cut. Okay. Now this isn't about who we like better or who's, better than anyone else. This list is basically who's been engaging with us the most over the last couple weeks. And we handpicked the people out. So if anyone doesn't make the cut, don't be upset. The funny thing about this list that I'm going to read off is there's like 6 people on here that don't follow me. Okay. That came from the rest of the team. Here's what's interesting about that. If they don't follow me, Spartan Mike, they can't be on the show.
Because the same for me, though. Let me ask that. If they're not following me, can they not be on the show?
Correct. No. The difference is that the actual invite comes from me.
Okay.
Right?
Fair enough.
So if you're not following me, like I know a couple, Mikey Fresh's guys, a couple, Michael Stewart's guys, they don't follow me, which is fine. Maybe they just don't like me. I've been known to rub people wrong.
Maybe they just don't know. You got to remember, some people don't spend all that much time on Twitter. If they found Stewart first and they don't even realize they're part of the podcast, they're interacting with him all the time. So
True. Okay. And that's fair enough. I'm going to read their names off anyway, like one at a time. And if they reach out to me, like, they follow me or someone connects with them, because otherwise I have no access to them, right? They can't get an invite from me unless they're following me, right?
You want to read them off, and I will add them on Twitter right now saying congrats, you are invited.
You can, yes. Okay. Let's start. Oh, by the way, this is in no specific order. Okay. So I'm just going to throw a couple at you people. Who's going to be invited to the draft show? How does the draft show work? I would give you guys a link to the broadcast, like a extra panelist, okay? And then you're going to be in a green room, okay? You're going to sit in the green room, and then I'm going to turn you on. You'll be part of the show, and you'll get 5 minutes to tell us about, I don't know, whatever you want to talk about. So let's do this. Where's my phone? First thing I want to do is to tell everybody that we are live right now, because what's going to happen is I'm going to read a bunch of people's names that aren't paying attention, and if they're not paying attention, they're not going to know that they're on the show. I'm only going to give them 1 day to respond, Spartan Mike.
We got 24 hours. If they're not following you, they don't respond, then we're on to the next wave.
Yes, we are live now and announcing our live draft show guest list. Bang.
All
right. So get here now. Okay, here we go. Bang. I tweeted that out. Let's see. Oh, I would love to become. I feel honored that you would even think of me that much. Oh, look at that. So KC, I don't know if you follow KC or not. It's actually KNC. She's going to come on, which I'm super excited for, because
KNC,
just K, like the letters K and the letters C. She's going to come on. See, I actually like when the show is diverse. I like when we get the girls and the guys together, because the women have some really cool, strong opinions. I'm always a big fan of that, right?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
And I like getting the young guys, and I like getting the older guys. So, all right, Spartan.
Yes, sir.
Here we go. First name. You ready?
Yes. And when you read it, I need you to give me that Twitter handle, because I got to add them.
I'm going to give you both, because what I have. I'm going to read your list first.
My list first? Let's do it.
All right,
if you don't hear your name on my list, remember, people, that you were actually probably on someone else's list on the podcast. That happened a couple times. We saw the same names popped up, and we just had to even it out. So let's roll them off, Greg.
So your first one is my OG. You stole my OG, by the way. Okay?
Yes.
So it's Rich from Virginia. His handle is Cool Lane Hero.
Yes,
okay?
I got him right now. He just popped up immediately when I put the letter C in there.
Exactly.
Rich is everyone on here is day one. And see, this is what's great. I go back and forth with him all the time. He is an easygoing dude. He's got a couple things he's super opinionated on that I kind of agree with him. A lot of people don't. Yep. But you know what? Always there, always tweeting good content, and a funny dude. You know.
So I love that, I call him RB. I love RB. He does a lot of movie work, so he kind of breaks it up. But Rich has been following me for probably 5 or 6 years. I consider maybe even longer. So Rich is, to me, he's the OG.
Yes.
All right. I always say that, like, Rich is the OG. So that's off of your list. He's number one. Craig, I just saw video Kim Jones on a call. Wait, what's this, Miz? I'm trying to wait. Let me pop this up here and see if I can make sense of this. You're typing pretty fast. Craig, I just sub to you. Didn't know we weren't subbed. Ah, to me, I sent you a video of Kim Jones and I on a call. All right, Miz. Well, maybe we're gonna sneak you in here, okay? Because it's fine if you're saying if you're not subscribed. Is that what I'm understanding? I just subbed. All right, so that's if you're not. And he left. All right, well maybe you're on here, Miz. So let's hang out. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go to number 2 on your list, which is one of my favorites, which is Thomas Tuckahoe Tommy.
Hey, listen, man. Tommy and I, he's always going back and forth with me. Just the other day, very kind of him. He said, "Hey, when you're back in the East Coast, give me a shout. We'll go to the game together with my season tickets." It was very cool. He always responds to my tweets. We agree on everything except I do personally believe that the Giants should have a dome on their stadium. He does not. We don't see eye to eye on that one, but you know what? That's one of those arguments where we can get along.
Yeah, and listen, so I've talked to Thomas off the air. He's a Jersey guy, so we have a lot in common.
I think he's a Staten Island guy.
You think he's a Staten Island guy?
I believe he's Staten Island. Yes, I might be wrong about that, but
all right. Well, Tuckahoe Tommy is on the list. I've spoken to him on numerous occasions, and I'm a big fan. So he will be joining us. Or he's invited to join us on the draft show. Next on your list, because you're stealing all my people, is Antonio, which is BT Giants. Okay.
Yeah, man. He's got a podcast of his own. He runs a show too, but we always go back and forth. He's a cool guy. Chris opinions. Done deal with him.
Okay, so here's one Spartan Mike that does not follow me. So he is on the 24-hour watch. And this is UCFDK.
Sure, man. He's big UCF fan. Big UCF fan. He's been engaging me with me.
Come on. The man's not following me.
He's not following you, or he is?
He's not following me, so he's on watch. He's got 24 hours. Okay. Right. Next one up is also a big supporter of NYGiantsRush.com. He's actually bought our gear and has sent us photos of him repping our gear, which is Wes.
Yes.
Which is Wesy Westicles. Wes is a good dude. I'm sure Wes will join us. He's just a real good dude. And the next one on your list is at CGF_NFL.
Say that one again.
At CGF_NFL. I don't have his name.
Yeah, one sec. I got to pull up this. Sometimes when I hear the handles.
Yep.
God damn it.
Tuto dropping in from Italy. What's going on? Him and his boys, him and his team. Always tuning into the show. All right. Keep it moving.
Handle one more time, man.
What's that?
Did you say that handle one more time? Sorry, the disorganization over here.
I'm gonna Spartan, come on now.
I'm typing in.
Right. Last time. It is C as in cat, G as in go, F as in Frank _NFL.
All right.
We got to keep moving, Spartan. Mike, keep it moving.
I got you.
We got to go to the next guy. You ready?
I am ready.
All right, next guy. All right, this is on John's list. John has 3 people. Ready for this? I'm insulted. John has 3 people on his list not following me. So we are putting on John's list. They are on notice 24 hours. The first one is one of my favorites, which is McCoy. It's at MC Big C OYKY. McCoy.
McCoy.
Also one of my original OGs.
Okay.
You got him?
He wasn't popping up for me for some reason.
Okay, so it's MC Big C OYKY because he's in Kentucky.
Yeah, I got it. Dave McCoy got it.
Yeah, great dude. Also reps our gear on a regular basis. Yeah, like I think he bought one of the original 10 wins the floor shirt.
No, man, that was great.
Yeah.
That's
of course
great.
our Giants burned us. What's up, Adam? Thanks for checking in. All right, let's keep moving. We got to keep moving. You're doing okay there?
Yeah, doing all right. I mean, again, I got the list anyway. Just email me all of the guys'
Yep.
tweets at the end.
Next one on the list is one of our favorites, of course, is Mason, NYG Mason. We, really educated guy. Oh, look at that. Thomas just jumped in and said, we need a dome. No. That's your boy.
Damn it.
Was in the room.
We just invited you to the show. Just agree with me tonight.
All right, no one's agreeing with you because you left us last week. Thomas, are you a Staten Island guy or a Jersey guy? Speak to me here. Throw it in the comments. All right, next guy up, Spartan. Not following me is R. Crockett 21. All right, that's it. Looks like his name is Tony. R. Crockett. CROCKET. Yep.
R. Crockett 21.
See, look, Thomas.
Yeah, I got him.
Look, Thomas is a Jersey guy right there. Rutherford. See, I know my peeps. You said he was from Staten Island. I know my peeps. All right. So he's not following me. So he's on the 24-hour watch. The next one up is also not following me, which is Neil Believes. Okay. So it's just Neil as it's spelled out, Neil. Yeah. Yep. Believes. Not following me, Neil. What's your deal?
Neil, let me tell you about Neil, man. If you ever want a movie recommendation, he is Giants Twitter like source for movies, because that's another big thing that he talks about. He's like big into like, the cinema and like actual like analysis of movies. He's very interesting to hear because he has like it's cool when you come across Giants fans that can do both, like do one, Giants and then like have another interest. I like that. As long as it's not politics, and it never is. Neil's a great guy. He belongs on the show. But, Neil, you got 24 hours, man.
Yeah, you got 24 hours. Because, I mean, again, unless I've rubbed you wrong to the point where you can't stomach me, but I'll give you a pass. But right now, he's not following me. All right. So this gentleman and I go back and forth on a regular basis. In fact, I will be honest with you that I was not going to put him on the show because he called me something 2 weeks ago. Oh, he called me a hypocrite over the Deshaun Watson thing.
Man.
And I took a little bit of offense to that because he tried to compare it to Lawrence Taylor, which there is no comparison. Lawrence Taylor, spending his money with prostitutes over 22 cases of sexual assault are very different. So he called me a hypocrite, but I am going to be the bigger man. Look at me. I am going to be the bigger man. And we are going to invite Easy BKNY, which is Brooklyn, New York. So Easy, he's always been a good cat. I'm still a fan. But once he called me a hypocrite, I put him on mute for like 2 weeks. All right. So, Easy's a good dude, but he, I just don't think I'm a hypocrite. I mean, look, I played ball, with plenty of African-American black guys, Asian guys, white guys, in the same locker room. I've gotten along and gotten friendly with a lot of really cool people from different backgrounds. I don't think I'm singling out Deshaun Watson for any specific reason, except for the guy's got 22 women, that are filing a case against him. Right. So,
yeah.
All right, let's keep moving. I do not want to go down the Deshaun Watson.
No. Don't want to
go
there. It's over anyway. Can't sign him.
Yep. Thank God. All right, next one not following me is C-Train 32, Chase. C-Train 32, not following me. What is up, Chase? You're not following me? I can't send you an invite to the draft show if you're not following me.
It's just C-Train 32, that's just it?
Mm-hmm. C as in cat, train.
Train 32.
32, Chase.
It's Chase, it's not Colin?
I wrote Chase. Maybe it is Colin.
Yeah, Colin Sloan. Yeah, let me add him right now.
All right. So, all right, let's keep moving, but he's not on the list. All right, let's go over to some Mikey Fresh's ones. Mikey Fresh didn't give me a completed list, so I threw some extra ones on there. Adam used to live there. Adam, where'd you used to live? Rutherford, I think is what they're talking about. All right, next one on the draft show is going to be Shane _Baldwin 91.
Shane Baldwin. Yeah, you know what? I mean, he's a Michigan guy, but I think we'll just have to let this slide for now. That's fine.
Yeah. As you know, I know, Shane, you're not in here. Maybe you're going to pump on. If someone's friendly with Shane, I would tell him to get his butt here because guess what? You are a Michigan guy, so you're already 3 feet in the hole, okay? There's 2 Michigan State guys here. So let's give him a pass. Shane Baldwin, I love his analysis. Let's put him on the show.
Will do. I'll forgive his Michigan fandom. Adding him right now. Shane, we want you for the draft show.
Next up is one of Mikey Fresh's personal buddies, and it's J-Bone Pottery Boy. I'm sure just J and then word Bone. I've met him. He's gone to the Giants games with us.
J-Bone. Yeah. Okay. J-Bone. All right.
Yep. J-Bone Pottery Boy. I think actually he might have 2 accounts that are J-Bone. So it's the same avatar or the same icon.
There's J-Bone Pottery, and then I'm seeing J-Bone.
Yep. Same
NYG.
guy. Same guy.
J-Bones NYG. Okay. I'm going to put it right there.
Yep. Good dude. Get him on the street. Adam and Thomas are comparing notes on the streets they grew up on, which is funny. All right. We're going to talk Giants in a minute, people. I'm trying to go as fast as I can. Want to make sure everybody gets in.
That's all right. People want to hear their names called, man.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It looks like a lot of people are getting – normally I've got like 30, 40 people in here. I got people jumping in and out, but they want to hear their names. All right. So let me keep going. I gave you Shane Baldwin. I gave you J-Bone. The next one is going to be Christian Grund. His account is Grund_Christian. He's in law school. He's starting his finals up. He did express some interest in working as a content creator with nygiantsrush.com, which is pretty cool. But he's in law school right now. So Grund_Christian.
All right, good. We might need him in the future as our lawyer too.
Exactly. All right, so
kind of trouble that Truth is getting into,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we always need a good lawyer, and let's so throw him in the mix. All right, I'm still moving along. Of course, Tuckahoe Tommy got invited. We invited you. You just weren't here yet. Let's keep moving. Thomas is like, did I get invited?
Tom, you didn't know that you got invited? Of course, man. We just added you.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, we did.
I added the wrong Tuckahoe Tommy.
No, we got him. All right, next one up is going to be Giants Carb Crush. That's what do you call it? That's Chris R. He's in our podcast every single week.
Yeah, Chris R. Right, he's in there right now. All right.
Yeah, he's in right now. Chris is a good dude. We talk on a regular basis.
What's his handle? Shoot.
Oh, hang on. It's Giants Carb Crush.
Giants Carb Crush?
Yeah, carb, I guess, like carbs,
okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Chris. He's another Jersey guy. Throw him in there. He's going to be invited to the show. Tuto's talking about World Cup. Dude, if you're going to the World Cup, dude, and like you're playing in the World Cup, Tuto, I will fly to Italy to see it.
Yes, and we're repping your jersey, Tuto. In fact, we gotta get New York Giants Tuto jersey, man.
Yeah. Let's sidetrack for a second. Tuto, how do I can I get a jersey? Can you send me one? Like I'll rep it on the air, or like what? I need more information on this team. Okay, I need more information on this team, Tuto. I feel like we're family, but like you live another life, and we don't know about it. Spartan, don't you agree? Like we hear from Tuto every week. It's 2 a.m. in the morning in Italy, but I don't hear enough about the team. I want to rep a Tuto jersey.
I do. Tuto, you got to tell us more, man.
Yeah. All right, let's keep moving. Who's up? Who's going to be next on the draft show is Sean R. Bowers, 37.
Sean, and how's the spelling of Sean?
SHAWN. R as in Robert, Bowers, 37.
Oh, yeah, Sean. All right. Big Sean, I got you, man.
You got that?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, we got you, Chris. Giants Carb Crush. We got you. You are officially invited. Let's keep moving through. You people, you better tell all your friends if they don't respond, they're not going to make the show.
Yeah, let me tell. I think because Neil responded to me already. Let me just. Oh, I already told him. I got him. I asked him.
Yeah, you better tell Neil. You better tell Neil to follow me, or he can't get an invite.
Neil will hop on, man. And hey, with Neil, we might get sidetracked into talking a little Oscars conversation, man. He's good. He's good. He'll rope you in.
All right.
It's a long night of crap. We might have to find other crap to talk about.
Exactly. We're talking about Will Smith and that stuff. I'm kind of burnt out on that thing. All right. I'll move. I do need you guys to follow me so I can send you a DM with the invite. Next up. Okay, so you got Shane Bowers, right?
Of course.
Okay. Let's start over here with the truths list. Peter the Beast 3. Peter the Beast 3 has been fresh. I don't know where he's been, but he came out like a bat out of hell.
I was thinking that too, man. Like the last 2 weeks, he's been super engagement, and I'm just sitting here like, crap. We didn't invite him to the show. I'm glad he is. Glad he is.
Yeah. Like it's really crazy. Like I'm not sure I knew who this cat was like 6 months ago, and now like the dude and me are like literally talking like every day. So so Peter's got to be. Are we doing shows on day 2 and 3? Yeah. What we're going to do is we're going to do Thursday night and Friday night. You're on your own on Saturday. I'll let the guys on the team, Thomas, decide if they want to do Saturday. I won't be around. I got lacrosse pretty much every weekend from now until November.
Yeah, I think. What day is that? I might have a wedding that day.
So we've got Thursday and Friday. Well, all of us will be on Thursday. We're going to rotate some guys on Friday with Zane and Truth and John, and maybe Mikey Fresh if we could get him on here. But we're definitely going to do round 1. We'll definitely do round 2 and 3. So that's kind of the goal. And I'll let you guys know what day you guys are on. Let's keep moving. All right, next guy on the draft show. We got to move a little faster. Is K Barge 60? All right.
K Bart.
Yep, Barge. It's like abbreviation of his last name. K Barge
60, and then he's got a dog for his handle. All right.
Yep. All right. Next one is Hortben. HORTBEN. Hortben.
I can't type that fast. You're gonna have to say that handle again.
HORT Ben.
Hortben.
Yep.
All right. It's actually Mr. Hort. All right, Ben.
All right. Next one up. You good?
Follow us all.
You good?
Yeah, let's do it.
Next one up is Tommy G 105.
Tommy G. All right. At Tommy G 105. Yep, I know Tommy G.
Yep. Next one up, who's not following me, another one, is NY Sports Fan Man. Brian, his name is Brian.
NY New York Sports. I'm sorry.
NY Sports Fan Man. Not following.
Brian, all right.
All right. Put him out there. Next one up. You need a BlackBerry.
Jesus Christ, man. What year is it? 2006?
Yeah, well, obviously I had a keyboard there. All right. Is Stroff M Michael. So it's ST R's and Robert O FFM.
Stroff M Michael. All right.
Yep.
Michael, we need more Michaels.
Let me need more Michaels. All right, so let's keep rocking through. We're almost there, and then we can actually talk about Jones and Peppers and Bradbury, which are all coming up right now. We're just getting through the draft list. I want all you people to have enough time to plan to be on the show. All right,
cancel your vacations, people.
True. All right, Zane gave me like a half-ass list. So, all right, another guy now following me is Best BEST Ball BALL NFL. Not following me. Best
I
Ball
would say
NFL.
Bestie is BESTI Bestie Ball.
Nope, just Best. Unless Zane sent it to me wrong. Looks like best ball.
Best ball?
Yeah, you're not getting anything?
I got one guy, Todd from PA, best ball NFL.
Yeah.
That's him? Oh, best ball NFL? All right, yeah.
Hang on. Let me double. You know what? Hold that one off. We'll double check back on that.
Yeah, we'll come back to that one.
Next one up is William Jamerson. Spelt like regular William, and then last name is Jamerson.
William Jamerson. Yep, with one M. Got it. Big Blue. Yep. All right. Let me add him right now.
All right.
We'd love to have you on draft night. Good stuff.
All right. Next one up. Let's keep moving. We're almost there. Is Charlie _ Rogalia. Charlie _ ROGALIA.
Charlie. One you on.
You got it?
All right.
All right, here we go. Next one up. Will be another one not following me. No, I gave you that one already. That one was the fan man.
Hey, Charlie's in. Charlie's in right now.
All right, Charlie. Well,
Stuff.
rock and roll. All right. We only got a couple more. Will Presty. WILLPRESTI. Will Presty.
Yeah, I know Will. Will, I don't know why Will has the check mark next to his name. He's got to be a big deal. I've heard him speak before in Giants forums. He's a good guy. Will,
I like Will, but Will,
man.
if Will has a check mark, that's a problem. I mean, yeah, we're saying we don't want any show offs, Will.
No, we kind of want to show off. Come on now. We want Will's following.
We don't want Will. We just want Will's following. That's a terrible thing to say.
That actually does make it sound worse, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. All right. My last couple. This is my list, which was really, really hard. Really hard.
Craig, who do you like the best?
No, it's not who I... Did you just say who I like the best? That's not true.
I didn't say that. I never said that.
Oh, I thought you said that.
Nah. Promise.
Oh, Spartan's winking. All right. Well, okay. Well, I'm just saying, I love all you guys. I just took on who I was engaging with in the last couple days because I happen to engage with a lot of you folks on a regular basis. And also somebody like Fitty. I wanted Fitty on, but I don't think she'll come on. So I didn't take her. I you know what I mean? Because I don't think she wants to come on, you know, but she's one of my favorites. Okay. Starting off with our good friend Bob Jones. He's made all our scrims when we broadcast live and stuff. Just Bob's a good dude. Bob and his two sons are humongous Giants fans. So
what's his handle?
Bob EJ86. Bob Joyce.
Bob, we want you on.
You got Bob?
The show. Yes.
All right. Next one up, of course, is a guy who consistently is just, you know, a Giants maniac, you know, with his content, which is Danny Bem. He's always in our show almost every single week. Really cool dude. He's had me on his show, and I gotta have Danny, which is DBEHAN. Behan.
Yep.
Danny, you good?
Danny, hop on our show that night, man. We want to talk Giants.
By the way, this is a lesson in tweeting fast. He's tweeting out like 50 people. like I'm impressed with your tweeting ability, my friend. It's quick.
Yes, sir.
All right. Next one is Will. So it's Law Will 60. LAW Will 60.
Will 60. All right, one sec. Let me. And I'm also like it's really tough to just like list things on Twitter.
Yep.
Will,
so the first is LAW Law Will 60.
Law Will 60. That didn't show up.
LAW
LAW
WILL 60.
Can't find him.
Huh. Hang on a minute. Because he's always a big fan. I I'll have to kind of swing back to find them then.
Yeah, sure. Man. Might be blocked.
LAW. Oh, I got it. I got it. It's LA Will, not Law. It's LA Will.
Got it. 60.
You got him?
LA Will
60.
60. Yeah, I got him.
All right,
LTCool.f. Yeah, I got him.
Yeah. Good dude. Good dude. Always just like talking about repping our gear. Oh, and look at that. Read my mind. And here he is. Look, I'll put him right on the screen for you. Bleep.
Dude, I was about to say, like, if we got through the list and Joe Becker wasn't invited, like, I was gonna, just be like, look, I'm cutting the line here. I'm nominating him. I mean, I would have had him on before I put myself on.
Nah, Joe B and I are tight. Joe B's part of the fam.
Yeah, man. I mean, he responds to everybody. I know he's boys with license plate guy too.
Yep, but Joe B and me, we talk. He's good peeps. I'm trying to get out to see one of his comedy shows. For any of you folks out there that are in Jersey, Joe B's a stand-up comedian, and I've been trying to get out to see one of his shows. You guys should definitely hit Joe B up.
Joe B, right. Thought you were a barber, but okay, all right, this is news.
He is, of course, but he's on the side, stand-up comedian.
Yeah,
all right.
I'd love to see a show.
I've got two more.
Okay.
One is Eric. It's CBMU Champ. CBMU Champ.
Eric Terry? Yeah.
Yeah, good dude. Met him at a Giants game last year. Really good dude. Got to have him on. Like everything he does. And then one of my favorites who always, used to, I know sometimes he has trouble getting on the show, but for a while he used to come on all the time. And I'm a big fan because he's got little kids and he always dresses them in Giants gear. Is Adam, and it's J2DA Rock. So it's I call him Rock, but J2 the Rock.
Yeah, Adam, absolutely.
Yep. So there's your list, people. If you're not following me, follow me so I can DM you an invite to the show. You're going to need a specific code to get into the show. Those are our folks. We're going to get into some Giants talk right now for all you people like that are pouring in because you now. And yes, Tuto, we'll get a Joyzy and much more. What time comes? Patience, the key. All right, look, I'm just saying, if I can rep a jersey, Tuto, I will do it. You know what I mean? Just tell me where I need to Venmo some money. I will buy the jersey, because I'm sure you're wearing expensive jerseys. Or at least send me a link to the team, something. Can I stream your games? Come on now. Take it from a guy from Napolitan. You know what I'm saying? Santucci. Come on, let's go. Santucci. And just so you know, Tuto, my great-great-grandfather came to this country in 1911 on the Archimedes. Okay? My great-great-grandfather is Generoso Santucci, and I have his passport. Okay? Now, I've never been to Naples. My dad has.
Did you get his New York Giants season tickets, though, is the real question.
I do.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Appreciate you. Of course, Joe B. All right. Spartan. I see a quote today that Daniel Jones might be ready. More fans at the draft party than there were the Red. That's true. That is very true. Where'd that go? That was a funny comment.
Oh, which one? What Tommy had up? Yeah, that was an early
that was funny. That was funny. Oh, what's this say? Tuto says, I haven't had any days off. Traveling, practicing, playing both World Club Final Tours at our national team at the same time. All right. I just need some more information on that. All right. So my thought right away was that like just a slip that he says he might be ready, like he's trying to just pace it? Or is that an actual issue that he's not quite ready yet? Like should I be reading into this?
Look, the problem is he might not be ready, but my honest to God feeling is if you have an injury nowadays, I feel like coaches are trying to play that to their advantage and always play the mystery card. So whoever we play week 1 of the NFL season, they're not going to know. They're not going to know up until 12 o'clock before the game. That's honest to God how I feel about it. I think Jones will be ready in time. If he's not ready in time, what can we really expect from Jones this season?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely something to be said. I took a lot of flack on one of those Twitter spaces about what I said, and I still stand by what I said. It's never been a neck strain. You don't get shut down for a neck strain, and 4 months after the season, you don't get he might be ready. It's a disc problem. It's a disc issue, that's pressing on a nerve, and he's getting tingling or pain down his arm. No one's told me that. I'm just saying, from a guy who's had my L5-S1 removed, okay? I've had the sciatica. I've had the disc actually removed. I know that they shut you down. He most likely has a disc issue. Now, I'm not starting rumors. I'm not saying anything. I'm saying like there's a good chance that he's shut down so that can those discs can that were bulging can heal. Basically, the inflammation or maybe the weak spot, it's got to settle down. Sometimes they give you an epidural. But there's most likely, or there's a good chance. How about that? That would be maybe more correct. There's a good chance it's a disc issue, and this time off should help him. If he's not ready for the season, that's kind of like saying he may never be ready.
Yep, absolutely. And you know what? Thomas here, he's got a really good point. If Jones isn't ready week 1, he's not going to have a year 5 in New York. I really think that's true. I mean, unless he comes back like week 2 and just kills it, I don't see that happening. So Jones is probably going to rush the injury if he's still hurt. I guarantee it. I guarantee he's going to be like, I'm fine. I'm fine. Unless it's something serious where he's just going to have to take the QB kneel in his career, but I doubt that.
Yeah, like, Thomas is saying here, someone has a rod in his back, it's definitely a bone disc issue. And it most likely is like, you just, you get a bulging disc, it presses on those nerves. You start to lose feeling in your hands and your hands are tingling and stuff like, and they're not going to fuse his neck and he's not going to play. And you're not going to mess around with, mine was back. So mine was the L's. Okay. My L5-S1 is the last disc before your ass crack. Okay. Where your neck is your C's, so the C's are here, L's are in your back.
Getting spine lessons tonight. All right.
Yeah. So, again, the discs are hard, and then in the center, there's a soft jelly. And when the outside of the disc gets soft, the jelly pushes out of the disc and presses on the nerves that run up and down your spine.
Well, listen, Jones didn't prove himself when he didn't have a back injury. I don't know if he's going to prove himself with one.
Yeah. I will say, and I've said this earlier in the week, look, I want a franchise quarterback. I don't know who it's going to be. I would like it to be Jones because I don't want to have to worry about the QB spot, right? Like another QB, another system, another rookie. If you draft a rookie, now we have to sign a veteran. Which is Tyrod. So then Tyrod has to be the starter next year where the rookie gets up to speed. Like all that drama to me, oh man, I'll get to that in a second. I don't know. I just want Jones to be ready. Honestly, no shit. I know people aren't going to like when I say this. I want Jones to succeed, and I want Jones to get a new contract, and I don't care what it costs. I'm not that guy. I just don't care. It's not my money. We'll figure it out. Like I just want to go build a team. I don't want another setback by finding another quarterback because guess what? Who knows if the next quarterback is the right guy? What happens if you drop the next quarterback and he sucks too? I just hoping we can get
that usually does happen. I think the quarterback success rate for the first round is 30% or less. That's all it is. We don't have a very good chance of getting, unless you're, and especially in years where you're just kind of going for like, who's the best guy this year, but not really somebody who's just killing it. There's no Andrew Luck's the class and whatnot. They're not there. Well, I don't think they're there next year.
Well, that leads me to what Joe B's got up here about Baker Mayfield. So here's the thing. So just let's hit the reset button. If Jones is healthy and he has a great year, I'm fully comfortable with giving him the next year and tagging him, okay? Like the Redskins did with Cousins back in the day. They tagged him back-to-back years. I'm completely comfortable with it, and there's a couple of reasons why. I just don't care about the money. Like, as fans, we worry about like the money. It's their job to figure it out, right?
And it doesn't screw us over as much as people think it does. The guaranteed money is generally the issue. The non-guaranteed money, it's a wash. Like, we can figure it out. Trades, asking players to take a pay cut because they will, because they don't want to go into free agency if they know they're not going to get a better contract. I mean,
and again, I know Jones is going to have to kill it to make all you guys happy. I get it. Okay. I get it. All right. But my issue is this, is like, I just don't want to start over again. Like, every year we're starting over at very important positions. And we all know the quarterback is not only the hardest position to play, it's the hardest position to fill. And it's the hardest position to find.
And if you don't have a good one, that your team probably will not be good.
So I don't want to go down this road again, like building a team and there's no QB. Or listen, Tyrod's great, but he's not your answer. He's also a great backup, potential starter. Potential short-term starter, right? I just want Jones to make it, not because it's Jones, just because it's like, I just don't want to start over. All right. We should all be, rooting for Jones, and we just keep killing him for all these stupid reasons. Like, I don't know. I'm over that part.
Well, can I say this? I mean, everybody wants Jones to succeed. There's no doubt about it. The only thing I'm a little worried about is he has like kind of a good year, and then the Giants have to pay him big money. That's what I'm a little concerned about. And then they're going to get roped into a contract. And I know he said that money doesn't really matter, but you know what? A big quarter, like these quarterbacks, when they get that fifth year and they get that last contract, they're getting a lot of money. And now,
but remember what you just said.
He's delivering us to the Super Bowl.
But remember what you just said. Like if you can tag him for 2 years, right? You can tag him if you have to. But hey Zane, what's up? Getting rid of him and letting him go, you're literally hitting the reset button all over again, and the next guy isn't guaranteed to be any better.
Yeah, but I know, but as much as that sucks, I mean, we can't hang on to a guy that's not producing wins. But just because we have to go backwards to go forward, we can't stagnate.
No. If he wins. If he doesn't win, no. But if the guy wins, 7 games and throws for 3,000 yards and 25 touchdowns, 3,500 yards and 27 touchdowns. Like, you're not, what else do you want?
It's going to be a very frustrating spot. I'm going to have to watch that happen. I'm going to watch how those 3,500 yards were earned, how those touchdowns, I'm going to have to watch everything like that. If it's middle ground right there, I'm going to have to watch everything he did.
And by the way, we all should be watching what he does, which leads me to if you can put that back up there, the Baker Mayfield thing from Joe B is, here's the thing. Forget about what you know about, like the Baker Mayfield, the drama and all that stuff. Here's what you get in Baker Mayfield. One is, this guy is probably, whether you like him or not, okay, and I'll say it again, whether you like him or not, there hasn't been a guy that's overcome obstacles more than him in the last 10 years. This guy walked on high school. They said he was too small. He won a state championship. He said he wouldn't get a scholarship. He went to, Texas Tech, right? And sat the bench behind like Mahomes and Davis Webb. He literally walked on at Oklahoma, and the coach didn't even know he was coming. Okay. He just walked on. Like, he didn't enter the portal. He didn't do any of that. He walked on. Okay. And then they laughed at him that he was never going to make it. And he won a starting job. Then he won a championship, won a Heisman, and was the #1 draft pick. This little dude has been competing and succeeding his whole life. I don't love Baker Mayfield, but my question to you is this. Right now, if you plug Baker Mayfield in, do you know what Baker Mayfield is?
I think Baker Mayfield is an equivalent of a Kerry Collins. I think he's a good guy that could start. He has the potential to have in Pro Bowl years. But, on a bad year, he's kind of like a flaky Daniel Jones, man. I feel like he would actually be, on average, an improvement from Jones. So I wouldn't mind it, because what I would like to see is at least a competent quarterback play for the Giants before they go on and draft a new guy. I don't want them to get the best guy of this year's draft. I don't want them to get the best year of the next year draft. I want them to analyze, all right, who really is like the be-it-all quarterback in college football right now. We're coming up through the pipeline. If they're not there this year, we're not drafting a quarterback. But once they come up, you trade the house to move up, and then you get your young quarterback that you need. But in the meantime, you have a quarterback like Baker Mayfield carrying the team. I think he can definitely win ball games. I definitely think he can go to the playoffs. He's done.
Yeah. Now the only reason why I say it is because I know to Thomas's point is he has to be healthy, right? He has to be healthy because he's got a shoulder issue. But here's the thing about Baker Mayfield. I don't love Baker Mayfield, but right now I know what Baker Mayfield is. He can throw 25 to 30 touchdowns. He can throw for 3,000 yards because he's done it. He's had 3 or 4 different head coaches. He's had 3 or 4 different offensive coordinators. He has kind of the same issues that Jones does with no continuity and no consistency around him. So, and again, I don't love Baker Mayfield, but if I'm going to sit here and tell you that I'm not comfortable with Jones and what Jones could do, well, then I got to be at least more comfortable with Baker Mayfield because Baker Mayfield has been playing and he just played through a crappy shoulder. And I'm still not saying I want Baker Mayfield. I'm just saying that, like, I think Baker, if you traded for Baker Mayfield, he could be your quarterback for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. But I think that's fine. I wouldn't mind that. 3 or 4 years. We don't need the guy that gets drafted and has to be a 16-year starter right away.
So Zane says he doesn't care who the QB is. I want to be competitive. Listen, one thing that Baker Mayfield is he's a competitor. He's a small dude with a big chip on his shoulder. Right? Small dude, big chip on his shoulder. Yeah, you're right, Chris. If you draft the wrong guy, it sets you back 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, it's much worse than having like getting set back is much worse than having Baker Mayfield as a scab.
And again, Zane's got a great other point. I don't know if Baker Mayfield is made for New York. I think that he would definitely implode. With the New York media,
national media market.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Ryan Leaf got eaten alive, and he was in San Diego, and that was in the late 90s. I think in this day and age, he would get eaten alive by ESPN, the NFL Network. If Francesca's mouthing off about him, it's not as big of a deal if Stephen A. Smith is. So then that can happen no matter what he goes.
Well, I'm just making a point though. If everybody hates Jones, you know what? Like Baker Mayfield is just as good or better because he's played for 3-4 years and he's done it. He's got back-to-back 3,000 plus yard seasons and 20 plus touchdowns. And you're all wondering what Jones is. I already know what Baker Mayfield is. Like outside is the chip on his shoulder. He's not a stud QB, but he definitely could win you games.
Baker Mayfield's Kerry Collins. Jerry Jones is David Brown.
How about this? Kerry Collins, though, had a phenomenal arm. Baker Mayfield does not have a phenomenal arm. In fact, he's got one bad shoulder.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, let's keep moving. I hope Jones comes back. I hope he balls out. And I honestly, and I don't care. You guys think I'm ridiculous. Maybe I got too many concussions over the years. I don't care if we pay Jones. If he succeeds and we're competitive, we go to the playoffs, or we're right about to go to the playoffs, I don't care what they pay him. I just don't. I'm not caught up in all this money thing that you guys are. Because guess what? It ain't my job. It's their job. Let them figure it out. Oh, no, we have to pay our quarterbacks to get rid of him. No, you got a quarterback. You wanted him to step up. Here's the thing, Spartan. Are we not complaining that we don't know what Jones is?
That is the biggest complaint. Yeah, we don't really know what he is yet. But he's been injured a lot. But also, I personally feel like I've watched him even in situations where he gets decent blocking, that he doesn't keep his head on a swivel and he's not looking to make plays at all times. So I do have a problem with his general playing style. With what I've seen, he hasn't had a full-blown healthy season yet, though. I will admit that. Right? And he did have a good rookie year. He had a great rookie year, and I was looking forward to the next year. But here's the thing. If he answers the bell, if he answers the call, how do we not keep him? What can we do, a 5th-year option with him at that point?
No, you have to tag him. Oh no, you could pick up his 5th-year option, right? Or you could franchise tag him.
Okay, then we'll worry about that then. If he has a good year next year, then we'll talk about 5th-year option.
Thomas has asked why hasn't anyone in Seattle, Carolina grabbed him? Mayfield. The rumor is from NFL Network later this afternoon that there are conversations happening. It's that they're trying to figure out what Cleveland wants. It's not so cut and dry. Like,
yeah, these things aren't going to take they're not going to be a one-night affair.
Yeah, it's like, what Cleveland's ready to do, what they want in return. So, Carolina and Seattle are asking, for certain things. So it's not as easy as he should have a job by now. Cleveland's playing a little bit hard to get because they're smelling themselves now that they've got Deshaun Watson. All right, let's talk about, something that kind of, bummed out a lot of Giants fans. And again, thanks for listening to another episode of the Giants Guys. I see Chris and Thomas and Joe and Tommy and Zane and another Chris and who else is still in here? And Mitz was in here for a while. Charlie R was in here. Thanks, Charlie, for tuning in. Tuto was in here for a while. He might still be in here. J-Bone is J-Bone. It is you, J-Bone. Gotta love J-Bone in the house, right? So appreciate all you guys, jumping in. Jabril Peppers. What's your thought on Jabril Peppers leaving? We knew that it was most likely going to happen, but he goes to New England. What's your thought?
Again, man, I think he was a player on our team that was pretty good, more reliable than just about every player we had during the last couple of years. But there was inconsistency with his play. So it's one of those things where, I wish, because I still felt like there was a little bit of potential there. Wish they could have made it happen, but the price just wasn't there, so it just didn't make sense. He's gone. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Wish him well. Yeah. Exactly. Thomas said it right. Wish him well.
Yep. I wanted him to do better, and it didn't work out, right, because he got hurt. Same thing with Logan Ryan. Some guys just think they're too expensive, and it doesn't work out.
Yep.
And so we're on to bigger and better things. Okay. What's your any free agency surprises that you've seen? Last week we really dove in with Nick Falto. We dove in all the free agent moves. And you weren't on. So just kind of get your overall high level view of what the Giants have done so far.
No, I like what they've done so far. I mean, nothing too splash-worthy, right? But I do feel like they've gotten a couple of key pieces. The guard from Indianapolis was the one that I like the most. We got a real deal starter there. Played on the opposite side of Nelson. I think, what's his name? Glowinski? I can't.
Glowinski, yep.
Yeah. That one I like the best because it solves one of our many holes on the offensive line. I still think we got to draft two guys. And quite honestly, I really feel like drafting two in the top 10. I don't mind it. I don't mind as long as we're getting good guys, though. But, I'm just glad to see a hole filled finally. I didn't really feel that way with a lot of the other players.
I agree. And I also think as this week is unfolding, how about this? This is not a trick question, but what are we not seeing the Giants do?
Well, I'm thinking of two things. One, overpay, and then
positionally. Go positionally.
Like what we're not doing or what we have done?
What we haven't done.
Talk about signings or cuts?
Signings. What's the one thing that you see not being done? It kind of gives away their plan a little bit.
They're not signing.
Oh, you're right there. Keep going.
I'm trying to think of the position we on. What side of the ball we on?
We're not signing right tackles.
We're not signing right tackles. Yep.
Which would have to lead you to believe that there's one that will be drafted in the early, in the first 3 picks, if not the first 2 picks, because we've now brought another center in. We brought in, 2 guards, a guy that plays left tackle. We have not spent any money or any attention on right tackle.
Well, most of those guys that we kind of brought in are scrubs outside of Glowinski, man. I don't playing up for us.
Hang on a minute. The guy from Atlanta had some skill, but he was
Skura. He's okay, but again, it's not that consistent guy.
I got it here. So Glowinski's going to be a day 1 starter, but and he's being reunited with his old coach, Bobby Johnson, which is awesome. Feliciano, I don't think that he's a starting center, but he's going to have to fight it out. It's Gano. Gano had shoulder surgery.
I said Skura. Jesus, man. I got brain tumors, man.
Yeah, no, don't say that. Gano's a Jersey kid from down here, down my way, from like South Jersey kid. He might have a chance, but what they're really not doing is they're not signing. It's 4 a.m. there. Tuto, go to bed. They're not signing right tackles. You'd have to believe the fact that there's no money or resources being spent on right tackle because, that whether it's Icky or Neal or Cross, one of them are coming.
Yeah, one of them are coming home.
He says, when you're 59, we don't talk brain tumors. Damn right, Thomas. Yeah, Spartan's a young guy, so that's
Thomas, I apologize for my controversial statement. I apologize.
That's funny. We just look, man, like if you don't know, like Bruce Willis resigned from acting today because he has a disease disorder related to either stroke or brain tumor. It's somehow like it's cognitive related where he's having trouble communicating and speaking. And they're saying that usually you get it from brain tumor, a stroke, or a serious hit on the head.
I will not joke about that matter anymore. That'll be the last time.
For us older guys. I'd also like to say,
sorry, everybody. Sorry to the fans who just nominated the show.
Yeah, exactly.
You
know what? It's Spartan, Mike. You dress him up, but you can't take him anywhere. I will say this. I don't usually get sidetracked. I should have started the show with this. And most of you Giants fans, some of these don't care. Want to definitely give a shout out and on a sad note to the passing of Taylor Hawkins, the drummer for the Foo Fighters. Everybody loved this cat. Foo Fighters might be one of two of the largest rock bands in the world. 50 years old, passed away. Had been clean for 20 years. Got his start playing with Alanis Morissette. Just really shitty, crappy news for a guy to pass away at 50. I know they're still working on autopsy and trying to figure out, what was in his system and stuff. But just, and poor Dave Grohl loses his front man when he's the drummer, then becomes the front man and loses his drummer.
Yeah.
So just a lot of tragedy there. I don't know. When Eddie Van Halen died, I dedicated the whole show and all the special sections that we do to Eddie Van Halen. So maybe next week we'll do a Foo Fighters tribute because I'm a huge Foo Fighters fan, Nirvana fan, and I'm quite bummed about it, to be honest with you. All right, football. Talk to me about what you think the Giants should do with the pick number 7. It is a definitely 3 a.m. now. All right, Tuto, make up your mind what time it is out there. You still should go to bed, Tuto. I appreciate it. The 7th pick is definitely under a lot of scrutiny, as in going back to get more picks, or as of today, there is a lot of chatter about Pickett and Willis actually going, with Atlanta, Texas, potentially and Carolina looking at QBs. What's your thought about 7?
I think, it depends on who slides at 7, right? If we have a couple guys that were supposed to go before 5, and they actually slip to us, like let's just say hypothetically, it's not going to happen, but if Sauce slid to us at 7, got to do it. If, I'd be willing to entertain some of the edges like Jermaine Johnson. But look, to be honest with you, I like the Linderbaum. I like him too much. I want him at 7. I really don't care to the fans that say, good centers shouldn't be drafted that high. I do not care. He is an elite player, and if he is a great player, we will never forget, we will never care that he was ever drafted at pick 7.
It's a great point. The only thing I would say is with the movement, and I know Thomas is saying that no QB is worth the first round pick. Like, I don't know that for sure, and I can't quite, rest, high on the fact that someone's going to take a QB. It's going to be a shiny Nichols. Linderbaum at 7 can be obtained at, 15 to 20. So if you wanted to move back with Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh needs a QB, or Seattle or something, like, you could potentially move back, you know what I mean, and still get him. I think
I don't want them to risk it, because if they trade back and they don't get him, then I don't really like some of those middle options. It becomes kind of a crapshoot past 7, really.
I got it. I think the Giants, in my opinion, like, here's the deal. If whether I know Tibbs is getting a lot of static, but if Tibbs is there at 7, you got to take him. Or if not,
if Tibbs is, it's going to be tough passing him if he's there at 5. To be honest with you.
Yep. Yeah. So I think it's Icky or Neal at 5, or Tibbs, and then at 7 you could go, Cross or Johnson. I don't think Walker. Look, I'm a tape guy. I can't tell you that Walker can do it because he hasn't done it on tape. I know he's got
I don't like him at all.
Okay. I like him, but I can't see his intangibles. I can't see him on tape. I can't reach out and touch him. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do it. Give me Johnson. The guy's a beast, and I know what he can do.
He's good. If we don't get him, he's going to go to the Eagles or Cowboys. I just feel like that's a name that I would hear on both those teams. I don't know what it is. I just have this bad feeling he's going to make us pay for it for years to come.
Johnson.
I will say this. With the second round, though, if Ojabo drops to the second round, I think we're in for a steal there.
I can't do it.
Don't like the injury?
I'm in the minority, but I can't do it because here's the thing. I already didn't think he was a top 10, 15 pick because his limited snaps. Like most players with limited snaps, he only played a year and 6 games. He's literally played like 17 games in college. He doesn't really have the experience. And
if he came out as a third-year player, that sounds pretty standard.
No. He only played his senior year and 6 games of his junior year. And have those
that's what I'm saying. Like if they played for 3 years, right? They redshirt their first year, maybe didn't start that next year, and then half a year of playing and then another year of starting. I mean, I kind of get your concern, but look, my bottom line is this. If the dude's dominating, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's a good freaking player. And I want the Giants to get dominant players.
He's a great player.
I just feel like Gettleman spent so much time looking for guys with this like upside that nobody saw. Like, he doesn't really do this that well, but he does do a decent job. Of, I think if we train him to do this a little bit differently, we'll get him to that. And I agree. Blow over these guys. Ojabo gets the job done. And the other lie is that he winds up on the wrong side of the ball over the right tackle. That's not true. Him and Hutchinson switched off all the time.
No, I agree. That's definitely not. I wasn't going down that rabbit hole.
But if it's the injury thing, I get it.
No, well, again, my first thing is I like a guy who has started for 2 years. In the 6 games he started his junior year, okay, he had 1 tackle. Okay, no offense. In 6 games, 1 tackle, no sacks. What were you doing? I just don't see the results. This year, Hutchinson explodes, and of course, they're doubling Hutchinson, and he's got one-on-one. I just think that if he had stayed another year, got real experience like Hutchinson did, if he had stayed another year, he would have been a top 10 pick. Maybe
what if he drops to the 3rd round?
What's that?
What if he drops to the 3rd?
3rd round, you take him. But my point is this: you don't know what if. Here's the thing: you want to talk about Gettleman sticking around, pegging to a square hole. I feel it's the same thing by doing this. I hope he gets better. I hope he comes back 100%. I hope he's as good as they say.
That's true, but I'm talking about 2nd round. I'm talking about mid-round picks at this point. We're not talking about the 1st round where he used to just blow it all the time.
Like Zane says here, it's perfect. Put that up there. I'm going to put it up there. What's up, Patel? He's not a guy you can afford to take because we need players now. Like, we need players to contribute now. You missed the first. That's all right, Mark.
Mark, I'm glad you're here, man.
Yeah, we're glad you're here. You know what I'm saying? Like Spartan, this team, okay, like I did an article this week on nygiantsrush.com about the tight ends. I don't know if you had a chance to read it. there are good. This is the best tight end class that I've seen probably in 10, 15 years. The problem with some of the guys is they are projects, and the Giants don't have time for projects because of the scenario.
Yeah, no potential is what you're saying. No more potential.
Yes.
Who's the guy that's ready to start?
Well, the team needs to start fast, right? They need guys that can learn a playbook and start because the team doesn't have any talent. So whatever guy they bring in, the 2 guys in the first, the guy in the second, the 2 in the third, those guys are plug and play. Ojabo's not plug and play. So you're literally, a cylinder down. You bought a new car, you bought an 8-cylinder, you're driving on 7. Like you can't afford.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I was just talking mid-round potential at this point. Believe me, I don't want him at 7.
All right. You want to keep 7 or you want to trade it?
Keep it.
I'm with you.
It just slides so much to an unknown territory after 7. I don't want them to trade back.
Yeah, J-Bone says, we really need second round, need that pass rush. Well, we might get Tibbs or J-Bone. You might be looking at Tibbs or Johnson in the first round. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you'll have to wait to the second round. In fact, second round might be an inside linebacker. You might be looking at that kid from was it Nebraska? There's a dynamic linebacker. I did a piece on him last week. Channel. I don't know if you pronounce it Channel or Channel. Yeah, I like Johnson at 7 too. But yeah, that's it, Zane. Yeah, Channel. Yeah, he might be available, J-Bone, to go in the second round. A kid's a beast. So I can see the Giants going offensive tackle, edge, and then linebacker. That would be great. I'd be fine with that. Or even for any reason, Linderbaum fell to the second round, grabbing him at 2. Wisconsin. Thanks, Chris.
Hey, man. Trey McBride?
Dude.
I'd love him.
Third round. Third round.
Third. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, we got a high second round, right? It's not an average one.
No, listen, Trey McBride could go at the end of the second round for an aggressive team that needs him. Right?
I would not mind the Giants getting him that early. I really don't, because again, we got a day one guy. And my view on tight ends, you get an elite one, you're winning Super Bowls.
Yeah. So I spent a ton of film work, doing that piece on NY Giants Rush. I did the draft show on the tight ends. I'm fully immersed in the tight ends. McBride is very similar in my eyes to Zach Ertz. He's a technician. He's very compact. He's strong, great hands, willing blocker. He can be featured. I think there's going to be a team that gambles on him at the end of the second round, right? I don't know if he'll be there with the second pick of the third round for the Giants, but if he is, you need to take him.
Yep.
Now, guys like Ferguson and I think someone said Likely. The problem I have with Likely going in the second round or the early third round is he's the lightest tight end in the group. And he's very, and don't get me wrong, the dude is like dynamic as they come, okay, from Coastal Carolina, Likely. But he's just like Evan Ingram. He's like lightning fast, very vertical.
But there's no point. There's no point. You don't even have to say anymore. I mean, can he, right, he's not like, how tall is he?
Hang on. He's 6'4".
Yeah, I don't want him. No, if you told me he's 6'8", he's got super speed that he can stretch the field in the middle, I want him. But I don't want 6'4".
He's like Evan Ingram, but again, I mean, killer dynamic. Line up in the slot, line up in line. The issue with Likely is I just don't see drafting him, in that third round.
He's a small receiver, is what you're saying, pretty much,
yeah.
Right?
Now, if you have a chance with the second pick of the third round, if you want to get Rucker or Ferguson, okay, the dark horse is Woods. He's 6'7", fast, great hands, so, there is an opportunity to get a stud tight end between 3 and 4. Once you get into 5 and 6 rounds, I think you're basically looking at a little bit more of a project.
Yeah. Man, I got to tell you something, Craig. I'm going to have to bounce soon, but I just hope we just hit a home run this year, man. Looking back at the last 7 drafts, it's just been a complete dumpster fire every single year. You look at the Wikipedia page, the list, and it's like you hear these names of people, and you're just like, what the heck was going on in that front office?
Well,
there's no words.
Yeah, it's really hard to kind of digest, because I think when you look back on the Gettleman era, it's basically what you just said. I think he went and drafted guys that he thought could be coached up, and you really can't afford to draft guys in early rounds that need to be coached up.
23 years old. Like, they're either bringing it or they're not. Just get the guy that's simply dominating at the line of scrimmage. Because I always felt like Gettleman always had like some little like dink against the person that was that elite all around guy, right? It's like, well, they're great, but apparently they have outbursts of practice of anger or something like that, or heard through the grapevine that so and so. And none of those things ever turn out to be an actual problem with the player. Every time, like, we have a chance to draft that elite player, we didn't. And then, the Giants didn't. And then, Gettleman would defend why he didn't pick that player. And then that player just turned into a monster. And we're just sitting there like, you've got to be kidding me, dude.
And when they did take a risk, they drafted, DeAndre Baker, and that was just.
I didn't even think that was a risk. They just took a fat loss on that one. Man.
Yeah, because he was just DeAndre Baker was a moron.
Yeah, man.
Real quick, Zane says here about Ferguson. I'll give you a little bit of Zane. You should read the piece I wrote on Ferguson. Ferguson's definitely not just another guy. You might want to watch a little bit more film on him. He's actually got enough speed to run past safeties. He's really good with yak yards after the catch because he can run through guys. He's very physical. And I know he can line up in a 2 tight end set, or he can line up in the slot. I watched him against, Michigan, and he looked great. Great hands. He can chip. I think you're underestimating Ferguson, and he's a good blocker. He just isn't in a pass-happy offense, but he still was extremely productive. I like him because he's tough, but you know what I mean? Like he's going to be able to take a hit, run through safeties, and get the extra yards, and he can block. Like, I think you're off on Ferguson. I'm not saying I take Ferguson in the 3rd round, but without a doubt, first pick in the 4th round, Ferguson's still there. If Woods and McBride and Ruckert are gone, I'm taking Ferguson as my 4th tight end.
And guys, remember, once we get to the 4th round, things start becoming a little bit more of a crapshoot. So I won't hold the same standards at that point. We're just kind of hoping we get a steal, somebody under the radar, or just somebody that just strikes out. But tight ends, they're available that late. Good ones are. Yeah, they do take a little development.
Keep this in mind. I know you got a jam, Spartan. Keep this in mind. This is the deepest tight end class there has been. And if you listen to Daniel Jeremiah, he said that 8 tight ends are going to go between pick 50 and 100. He said they're that good. He's like, so those.
No wonder the Giants front office had just no problem shipping Evan Ingram to the moon, man.
Yeah.
Yep, see you.
Yeah, well, especially when they're like this. Whoa, look how many good guys we're going to get.
There's 8 guys we can get that are 10 times better than Ingram.
Yeah.
Buy him his ticket out of Newark.
Yeah, and no, you need, listen, again, I'm a little hot on the tight ends because of how good they are. The Giants don't have any resources, okay, at the wide receiver position. You know what I mean? We're building a new line. You do want an awesome stud tight end.
I do feel like this. I always forget that Kadarius Toney's even on the team. Like, I'm like, yeah, who are our wide receivers? Like, oh yeah, we did draft that one guy last year that did absolutely nothing for us. Yeah, he's on the team. Anytime
somebody sends a Kadarius Toney tweet out, I go into the memes and I grab a sticker, not a sticker, but a meme of the guy in the full body cast, and he's in the wheelchair, and I keep tweeting it out, and people get so pissed. I'm like, it is what it is, man. The guy,
it's just not gonna work.
Yeah.
Man, but again, Mike Jones, I'm hoping for the best. Whatever, but
yep. Well, listen, you're listening to another episode of the Giants Guys. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys all were here, or someone told you, or Spartan Mike hit you up about the draft show, giving you 3 weeks to prepare to be on the show. You will be on. You all get 5 minutes apiece. Talk about what you like about what they did in the first round. Really appreciate you guys. For you guys that aren't following me, I can't.
You guys got 24 hours to follow Craig right now. And can you just follow me if you haven't followed me yet, please? I mean, I know that's not the rule here, but I mean, just out of courtesy.
Like, look, if you're doing it anyway, just if you're actually going to take the time to follow Craig, just throw me a follow too. I got it.
Yeah, I mean, what's it to you? Just an extra 3 seconds of your life.
Exactly. And for the record, look, guys, nygiantsrush.com is always new interviews up there. Next week, we will be interviewing Super Bowl champ, not only as a player, but a coach, Pepper Johnson.
His hands get a little heavy with the rings, man. Pepper ran out of hands for fingers.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll be interviewing him on Wednesday. Tuesday or Wednesday. That pod will drop the next day. I think I'm interviewing him Tuesday night, and then that pod will drop Wednesday afternoon, because we record those. We don't do them live. To nygiantsrush.com. Plenty of good content up there. Go there, favorite, share it. The YouTube channel. It's called The Giants Guys. Half you people are not subscribed to the YouTube channel. Like, do us a favor, just so you want to support us. It's about an algorithm. We get better, we're going to get better opportunity to be in front of the right people if you guys are subscribing. And of course, the subscription actually helps us. So if you'd like to throw us a bone, tell your friends to subscribe, tell your wife and your kids to subscribe. Please subscribe to the Giants Guys YouTube channel. Follow my guys. You've got Spartan Mike. You've got Zane Payne. You've got The Truth, Michael Stewart. You've got John, who's should be coming on the draft show tomorrow.
We got the draft show tomorrow, guys. We are going over linemen, the most important position.
So tomorrow, when you're you're getting out of work, look, fire it up. It's right here on YouTube. It's right here on Twitter. Fire it up. And lastly is, if you want to go back and listen to any of the old podcasts, I had somebody bitching at me about receipts. I don't care about receipts. Grow up. I don't care about receipts. There are 70 podcasts available on Spotify and YouTube. What time tomorrow?
Same as next time we do this. It's going to be whatever time zone you're in, Mark. It should be Eastern time, right?
Caribbean,
yeah.
Dominican.
It should be 8:00 Eastern time. Well, hold up. Some of those islands are.
There are all the podcasts are on the YouTube channel. Or if you're a podhead, I call you podheads. Spotify, YouTube, Apple Pods, Google. You go there anytime when you're driving, just pump it in. The Giants Guys are there for you guys.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. And we're out. Peace.
Peace, everybody.